Okay, so who wants to try f of -2? Come on, guys, go ahead. When x is -2, when x is -2, this is -2. So when you go up on the graph, our y value is 1. Perfect. So y equals 1. So that's how we read. When x, whatever number is in front of inside f, into the x value. So we look at the x-axis and see the graph gives us what y value. Now we have one more. Let me put it on the same page. Find all x values so that f of x equals 1. What is this 1? X value or the y value? 1. Good. This time they gave us the y value. We want to give them the x. -2. Anything else? 2. Observe when y is 1. Y is 1 here, right? So if you draw a line, you see how many intersections we have for y, for one y value. One of them is here, the other one is here. So you actually have 2 y values, +2 and -2. So sometimes they will give us x value, we need to give them the y value. Sometimes they give us the y value. So when they give us the y value, it's better to draw a horizontal line so that you can see how many intersections we have in the graph. And that gives us the x value. Now for the next graph. Try this by yourself. And that's fine. One of these will be in the final exam. They either give you the x value and ask you to find the y, or they give you the y value and you have to find the x value for them. Y will be 6. Do it quietly and then I'll call out. Done? Okay, go ahead, the first one. What do you have? You think you made a mistake? So you're doubting yourself? Previously you said 6, right? Let's see you're correct or not. What do you think? You got 3? Okay. Any other guesses? Which one is correct? 3? Okay, 2 vote for 3. Any other number for first one? No? So G of 5, it means our x is 5. So when x is 5, it's here. And this is the graph we have for x is 5. That means this point is the y value. We get it from the y-axis. So the winner is 3. Who wants to try the next one? Go ahead. 0. So x equals 0. That gives us y is 0. Perfect. I'm going to T here. Okay, how about the next one? So what is this number, x value or y value? So y is 0. So whenever y value is given, draw a line. So how many x's you see?
Three x's, x values, I got 4, 0, and 3.
The first one is here. So you got only one of them, but you still have two more. -4, 0, and we have one more here, 3. That's what I said. When they give you the y value, highlight your line so you can actually see how many points you have in the graph. Cool, right? This will be the final answer. Who wants to try the last one? -3, so x is -3 and 5. So they gave us y is 3, y is 3 is here. So we have one y value here, -3, perfect. Another y value here, x value 5. Wonderful. Is there anyone who did not understand and want me to explain again? In the graph, what x do we have? Any other question? No problem. Thank you for asking. I'm here to help you. So if you don't understand, don't be shy. Just ask me. If you are shy, that means you are losing yourself. Okay? Don't think your classmates are smarter than you. In fact, most of them are not, but they don't talk because they are as shy as you. Okay? So if you get not shy and ask questions, you're not only helping yourself, but you're also helping your friends and classmates. And plus, I'm definitely not going to laugh at you, okay? And they definitely will not because they have the same feeling like you. Okay? So don't be afraid. I want you to feel comfortable here. Be in a comfortable situation, be in a comfortable environment, be yourself. I mean, be your good self, not bad self. We all have two sides, right? In us, one is a good self, one is a bad self. So be your good self here. The next question is kind of squeezy, but these are the two questions we have. A warning, you're not gonna get whole number here, so you have to estimate your numbers. And this is from the homework. In the exam, I'm going to give you whole number like the last two examples. But this example has answers decimals. So this is the 0 line. This is the 5 line. This is the +5 line. This is the y value 6 line. This is y value 5 line. This is y value -2 line. It's kind of hard to see. Ready? Who wants to try the first one? Go ahead. Okay, so they gave us y is -2. So -2 is here. And they specifically want only the negative numbers. So you are very close. When y is -2, this is the point in the graph, right? This is not exactly 5. It's very close to -6. So between -5 and -6. I would say negative 5.8 or 7. So negative 5 is this, that. But look at our graph. For line -2, this is the point we have in the graph. So to find that value, which is very close to -2, negative 5.8 something. And that's it. This is just for practice, okay? Even if you get it wrong, no problem. The next one. Go ahead. So y is 6. Let's see. 6 is here, and this time they want all values. So x equals, what do you have? Look at the highlights. This is y equals 6. That means here one is here, another is here, another is here. But this one, it goes down, it's before -5. -4 point something. -4 point, what do you want to say? 6, okay. And then we have the next one here. Oh, this is a whole number. So what number we have for the next x value? It looks like -1 here. That's why it's kind of hard to see. So second point is here, it goes to the corner of the grid. So when we go down, you see the number, this is 0, this becomes 1. And then we have last one is here. So if you go down to get the x, it's between what? 1, 2, 3. Yep, 2 and 3. So 2.5. So this question is an estimation from the homework. Good news, don't worry about it for the exam. I'm not going to give this in the exam. So any question about reading the graph? Okay, now the transformation. So we have 3 types of transformation for now in this class. One is reflection, what you already seen. Reflection means just flip it. It becomes upside down. When you have a negative in front of the function, it means reflection about the x-axis. So you just flip things. Then we have second type of transformation is called vertical shift. Vertical means either moving up or moving down. So we get the vertical shifting when we see the original function and then some number extra. So if you have a number extra after the original function, that is vertical shifting. If that number is a plus number, you're shifting your graph upward. If that number is a negative, you're shifting it downward. For example, here, y equals x squared plus 3. We see our original function, x squared. That's the original one. And then we have a plus 3 extra. Because it's an extra number, so it's a vertical shifting. Plus means what? Up 3. And -3 means down 3. So remember, vertical happens when you have an extra number after the function. So I'm going to draw 2 graphs for 2 transformation. This is x, y, y, x. In the exam, I want you to write the original function first and then the transformation. So the original x squared is lying at the origin. It's a parabola. Now for the left one, we are shifting this parabola, same shape, just 3 units up. So 1, 2, 3 units up. We are moving this 0 from 0 to 3 units up. And we are drawing the same parabola. x squared plus 3. So original function, and then extra number means either go up or down. Plus means up, minus means down. For the next one, it says minus 3. So we are moving 1 down, 2 down, 3 down. And then drawing the same parabola, x squared minus 3. Any question? So try one. This time, what is the original function? Square root. So what's the shape of the square root function? You're going to work with that. No, absolute value is b. Square root is, I don't know its shape. How do you call it? It starts from 0 and gradually increases. This is the original square root. That's what I said. You must memorize these 4 shapes for 4 functions. Who has the sign-in sheet? Did everybody sign in? And then you can send it to the right. Okay, any volunteer for the first one? Go ahead. You are moving which direction? To which way? Up. So the same square root, go 1, 2 up, and then draw it again. Square root of x with a plus 2. Next volunteer. Okay, 2 down. So 1 down, 2 down. From here to the same thing. Square root of x minus 2. Any question about any question about up down shifting? Okay. So that's why I kept telling you up down shifting is when you see the original function and then a number extra. Because our next shifting is horizontal shifting. It means you are moving at the left or the right. And that time the number you see, it will be inside the function. Here we have the function and then extra, but for horizontal shifting, we have a number that is inside the original function. And since it's inside the original function, so it has more power. That's why it doesn't listen to the direction. Normally, negative means horizontally go to your left. Because you have negative numbers on the left, positive numbers on the right. So when you subtract a number inside the function, it should go left, but actually it doesn't. It goes to the right. So when we have a number inside a function, plus means right, so plus means left, minus means go left, minus means go right. For example, where is this 3? Inside the square or outside the square? Inside. Inside. That means its direction is going either left or right. So plus 3 is supposed to go right, but actually it goes square left. So we are taking our square function and we are going to move it 3 left. How about the next one? We have a minus 3 inside our square. So which direction it will go?
Right.
To right. Thank you. Did anybody sign in this time? Everybody signed in? Okay. So X, Y, X, Y. Always draw the original one. The original X square is a parabola. And it states at the origin. So square parabola at the origin. Same parabola for A, we have to shift 3 units to the left. So we take this is called vertex. We take this vertex and we move 1, 2, 3 to the left and draw the same parabola again. So X plus 3 and then the square. For B, the same parabola, we are shifting 1, 2, 3 right. And draw it again. X minus 3 squared. So if you have a number inside, it goes left, right, opposite direction. But if you have the original function and then a number, it goes up and down following the direction. Up means plus, down means minus. You try one.
What's square goes left and right?
Not square. Square tells us what is the shape. The square means our shape is a parabola.
I mean, when it's X.
Every function has a different shape. So the square means we are working with the parabola. Now plus 3 is inside the square, means we are moving left, right direction. But this time, what is your original function? For your example, what's the original function here? For this example, you can see clearly this is square root. So original one is square root of x. That square root of x, we are shifting left or right. Sorry. Ready?
I didn't know if the horizontal or vertical.
If you have a number inside the original function, it's horizontal. See here, our original function is x squared, but now we have x plus 3 and the square. See the function inside the original function.
That one, vertical.
Our original function is square root, and we have a number inside the square root, right? This 2 is inside the square root. That means this number is inside the original function. So if we have a number inside the original function, it's always horizontal. So for C, which direction you are going?
The left.
To the left. And for D, right. So the original square root has this shape without any transformation. This is the original square root. Now we take this original square root and we go 1 left, 2 left, and draw the same thing here. So square root of x plus 2. Similarly, we have the original one here, but oh man, I should have drawn here. So this is the original square root, and we are shifting 1, 2 left, 2 right here. So square root of x minus 2. Okay. So any number inside the original function means left, right. But if you have a number alone after the original function, it means up or down. Now, what if we combine them? All of them together. So A. We have a number inside our square root, also a number single after the square root. Now, what the inside -2 tells us to do? Which direction? To right. Get down to right. And how about the single number? Up 3. So you see the difference? When you have a single number, it's single side, it goes only up and down. And single, so it doesn't have much power. It follows the direction. Plus means go up, minus means go down. But when you have a number inside the function, any type of original function, with inside, it doesn't listen, it goes to the other direction of what you tell it to do. So combining them, 2 right, up 3. This is the original square root. Now this original square root, it starts from here. So we take this point, we go 1 right, 2 right. And let's say this is 1 up, 2 up, 3 up here. Let me actually erase this so that you can see. So direction doesn't matter which way you go. I prefer going left, right fast and then up, down. But if you want, you can go up, down fast and then left, right. It doesn't matter. So it says go 2 right and 3 up. So from here, 1 right, 2 right. And then from that position, 1 up, 2 up, 3 up. So that is our new starting point. And we draw the same graph, just a little bit above. Square root of x minus 2 with a plus 3. So we have 2 transformations, left, right, and up, down, vertical and horizontal. How about the next one? How many transformations we have? Two left, 3 down, perfect. And how about the negative sign? It's a reflection of our x-axis. It means the same graph, it will not be just above, it will be below the x-axis. Reflection about x-axis. We actually have 2 types of reflection. One is about x-axis, one is about y-axis. X-axis is when we have a negative before the original function. But the y reflection is when you have a negative inside the original function in front of x. But in this class, we are not going to learn that. We are going to only learn the reflection about x-axis. Okay, so 2 left, 3 down. Down, so let me put down. So this is the original square root. Now, when you have 3 transformation, we always should reflect first. The reflection should be the first transformation, and then the transformation doesn't matter, left, right, up, down. So if you do reflection, it becomes upside down. Now we take this upside down one and we go 2 left and 3 down. So 1 left, 2 left, 1 down, 2 down, 3 down here. And then we draw the reflected of square root. So negative square root of x plus 2 with the minus 3. For this one, it doesn't matter which direction you go, but there are some shapes. If you don't do the reflection fast, you get completely different than the correct results. That's a reflection should always be the priority, and then doesn't matter which direction you go. Any question on this? Who is lost? Tell me, ask me a question.
Actually, this is okay. It's more the other stuff I was kind of upset.
The y, the finding x and y.
Like the stuff we were doing at the start of the class, I didn't really get, but that's kind of.
Okay, no problem. Then we'll go back, no problem.
So
But before that,
if there's like a negative, on the right, the opposite direction.
is
So that's why it's named.
mirror. So if you put mirror, you see this portion here.
Yeah.
Okay, you try with the cubic function. You remember the shape of cubic function, right? Look at you, look good. I gave you all the, huh? Come on. Okay, you must write down all 4 shapes. There are only 4 shapes you have to remember. And cubic function is the hardest function to graph, the transformation. So this is the original cubic. How do I know the original function is cubic? How do I know that? Because of the power. The power has 3. That means our original function is cube. Original is x cubed. So this is a transformation. These are transformations for the cubic function. The left one was transformation for square root because we can see the square clearly, the square root function. Original. And actually original functions, they have a name. We call them parent function because they're the parent of all the other functions, all the transformation. So parent function is square root, parent function is cube here. Ready? Okay, so for the left one, who wants to be my volunteer? For C.
So it's there's no like subtraction at the start, so you don't so +1, which means you go 1 to the left.
Perfect. Left. And then I have minus.
-2, so down.
Down 2. Wonderful. So no reflection, just take this original, go 1 left, 2 down. And hardest part is figuring this out. So go 1 down, 1 left, 1 down, 2 down. And then do the same thing here. So basically we are moving actually the center, okay? This center from here, we are going 1 left, 1 down, 2 down, and then our center is here. The same center instead of 0 here. Actually, you know what? Let me zoom. Let me draw it a zoomed version. Let's say this is 1 left, this is 1 down, this is 2 down. And then draw the same one. So this from here comes down there. Let me change color. Otherwise, you will think this is hard. Let me take a pencil. So this center from here go down there, 1 left now. That's why I said drawing cubic is harder. Because the shape kind of get different. But anyway, the next one. So reflection of our x-axis and then -1. Right 1, 2 up. So reflection. When you do reflection, remember reflection is like a mirror. So you put in mirror, you see this portion is below here, and this portion is above here. And the same thing, but it goes other way. So this is negative cube function. Now this negative cube function, this center, we are moving 1 right and 2 up. So 1 right, 1 up, 2 up here. And drawing the same reflection. Negative x minus 1 cube with the +2. You may wonder why I'm wasting so much time behind all this. Guess what? These are final exam questions. You're going to see one of these in the final exam. Sometimes they give you the equation, you have to draw the graph or identify the graph from many graphs. Or sometimes they will give you the graphs and you have to figure out what's the equation you have. Okay, you try one. What is the original function this time? V, absolute value. Where is the sign sheet now? Oh, I only took it. No, I forgot. What? Those lines called absolute value. It's called, it has a V shape now. So this is the original absolute value. Ready? Who wants to try E? Mm-hmm. And 3 down. 3 down. So you take the same V, 1 left, 2 left, 1 down, 2 down, 3 down. So take the origin. Every transformation actually starts from origin, okay? So you take the point we have at the origin and you move around that origin. So we do the same thing, same V, but now a little bit down. Absolute value of x plus 2 with a -3. How about G?
We method over the x-axis,
Mm-hmm.
number go to the right.
2 right and 3 up. So when you reflect about x-axis, what happens to the v? So you start with an upside down v. This is negative square root of x. This upside down go 1 right, 2 right, 1 up, 2 up, 3 up here. And then drop. Negative x minus 2 plus 3. Any question about the transformation? So remember, all of these, at least one will be from the final, from the full shape. There will definitely be one square parabola. Usually they always give one parabola. And from the 3, there will be one. It could be absolute value, could be square root, or could be cubic function. In last few semesters, they keep giving cubic function.
Finals will be okay.
Okay, now the other way around. Transformation is given. Figure out the equation. What is the original function? Y equals
X cubed.
x cubed. Now compare the original one with the transformation.
It's to the right, so it's minus 2.
So 1, 2, 2 right. So y equals what? Is this correct? If you have a single number, which direction you go? Down 2. So 2 is correct, but the position is wrong.
It's going to be exactly in brackets or
It should be inside in Q.
so x minus 2.
Right. So the Q has to go after that. Now you see that 2 is inside the original function Q. So anytime, whatever comes in your mind, write it down and see does it make sense. Like see now I said, okay, minus 2, I wrote minus 2, but minus 2 becomes single. Single means up, down. It doesn't make sense. So we put a parenthesis and then we shifted our Q. Any question on this? One more. Which one is this? Y equals x cubed. Now, how about the next one? They give us a point here actually at 4. 4 right. 4 right. Y equals x minus 4 and then the cube. So cube is the original function. Since we are going 4 right, means minus 4, but it has to be inside. It cannot be outside. Who is lost? Anybody? Remember, all of these are final questions. So if you don't understand now, please ask me now instead of waiting and suffering alone. Waiting for crying during exam.
Will this be covered on the straight exam?
So the review sheet is posted on Brightspace. Look at the review sheet. All the questions we are doing here, they're in the review sheet. One more. I think this is last one. Yep. One more. Are you sure? Negative. See, the original x cube has this shape, but this time we have the other way around. It's this shape.
Y equals negative x cubed plus.
Is she correct?
It's negative versus the x minus 1/3.
Do you think it is a shifting,
Yes,
one shifting? It looks like, that's what I said, cubic is harder to figure out. So if you compare this one with this one, this, what difference you see?
It's like very.
So this is, I mean, they're the same, right?
Right.
This one and this one, they're mirror. So this is negative. Because this is the original x cube. So this is negative x cube. Now if you compare this one with this one, how they are different? Which direction?
The one is the center.
Only up to right?
Yes.
And the crossing is same as this crossing. So we're not actually moving left or right, we're straight moving up or down. And since you're moving straight up, so it's +2. He's correct. Sometimes they will actually give you up, down, left, right, both of them. The only thing you should look at is this crossing. Like before that and after that. So if I give you one example, something like this. Let's say here. Let me change color. Let's say this is one more example. So now for the red one, compare this red one. What is the equation for the red one?
It's negative x cubed.
Negative x, definitely. So y equals negative. And then do we have only one transformation or two transformations this time? Two. So just read it, okay? Instead of saying the number, just read it. From here, how many, which direction you are going?
So it's 4.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 to the right, right? So let's write it down. 4 right. And then which direction? Up. So 4 up, 2. So 4 right, up 2.
You put the negative x cubed plus 2 inside of brackets.
Negative x cube plus 2. If okay, tell me what do you mean by negative x cube plus 2 in the parentheses and then?
No, negative outside the parentheses.
Mm-hmm.
X cubed minus 4. And then plus 2 outside the parentheses.
X cube minus 4 plus 2. Very, very close.
Doesn't cube go outside the bracket? Sort of.
See?
Oh, kind of.
Parentheses doesn't tell you inside, the cube tells you inside. So almost correct, except this cube should not be here, it should be there. So our original function is a cube, and we have a negative 4 inside the cube. So 4 right means minus 4. 2 up means single 2 with the plus sign. So single 2 with the plus sign, minus 4 inside our original function. Question, go ahead.
No, I didn't feel that. That's like the extension factor.
The center is always where you change your direction. Before that you're going up, after that you're going down. So when you change your direction, that's the center. So cubic function, maybe you'll see them again in the final. From last few semesters, they start working with cubic function. Okay. Before that, they worked with square roots or absolute value. But for some reason, they like cubic now. Let's do one more transformation because it's fun. One, two, three, four, five, six. What is the equation for this?
Right.
Mm-hmm. What type of function is this? So you have to start with absolute value, not the parentheses. Plus 3 inside the absolute value or after the absolute value? And then minus 3. Is it correct? Yes. So we are going 1, 2, 3 left means plus 3 inside the function. So it's our function is absolute value inside here plus 3. And then going down 1, 2, 3. So minus 3 finger. And it's the V, it's upside down V. So you can say reflection. Okay, one more. Let's say we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And let's say we have this.
That's the square root of x
Mm-hmm. And then
minus 4 inside the square root plus 3 outside the square root.
is she correct? Yeah. We are going 1, 2, 3, 4 right means minus 4 inside. So minus 4 inside the function. And you're going up 3. So plus 3 is single. And we don't have any negative, so it's not a reflection. Let's say we have here something like this. Now what? Negative.
Plus 4 inside of parentheses and leave the negative out. Oh wait, the square goes outside.
Good, you remember.
Then plus 3. 2.
Yeah, 2. This is 1, this is 2. So 4 to the left means plus 4 inside. So inside the square plus 4, and we have up to means past is single. Okay. So any question about any types of transformation?
For the cube one, if we're not moving up or down, we don't have parentheses out.
If you move left and right, you must put parentheses because left and right means the number is inside your power. But how do you put inside the power without the parentheses? You must have to the parentheses and then the power.
And if it's only moving up,
Right. When you up down, no parentheses because it's just a number single. So left right means you must need parentheses for cube function or square function. Question?
slides for the original function.
For original function. Mm-hmm. So I don't have them in one slide. I have them in 3 slides. This is number 1 x squared. This is parabola. With the reflection is upside down parabola. This is original x cube. The reflection is upside down. Let me list these, otherwise you'll think this is a part. So original x cube, negative x cube. And then I have absolute value and square root. So let me write them down. 1 is x squared, 2 is x cubed. So square is this, x cube is this. The number 3 is square root. Number 4 is absolute value. Square root is this. Absolute value is this. These are the 4 original shape. It looks like E. It's not E, it's a V. Okay. Okay, now about clearing your confusion. If I ask you what is f of 0? It means when x is 0, what's the y value? It's 0. If I ask what is f of 1? What is this 1? So x is 1. So when x is 1 here, what's the y value you see? So you go to the graph and suppose this is 1. It's not exactly, but suppose. So we found our y is 1, right? So are you okay with these two? You understand them, right? Okay. So the confusing one, the other one. F of x is 1, find all the x values. So now what is this 1? Y. So they gave us y is 1. Anytime y is given, highlight the y. So y is 1 is here. So if you highlight or draw a line, let's have highlighting here. Actually, my highlight is too fat, too wide. Let me not highlight. Pencil. First, let me list all these things. Okay. Now, when y is 1, you draw a line at y is 1. How many x will you see? 3. What are the x values? 1. First, negative 3, negative 1, and 4. Do you see them? Do you see them? So is it clear now? So in the exam, I'm gonna ask you something like this, whole numbers. The decimal, ignore that, it's for the homework. So just keep guessing, you have unlimited guessing. So keep guessing. At some guess, you'll get them correct. Any question? Okay, so we're done with 8.1, 8.2.
So now we do the homework.
Yes. Cover the homework and do the quizzes also. We'll start section 3.6, but I'm not gonna go in details. I'll just tell you briefly what it's about. So 3.6 talks about quizzes. So your next class of quizzes will be based on transformation and the thing we just did. So read your graph and do a transformation.
But like in class, you're talking about.
The in-class quiz for the next class. 2 topics. One is read the graph, means what we just did, x is given, find the y is given, find that. And the second one is transformation. So draw a transformation or from the graph, figure out the equation of the transformation. 2 topics. Easy topics. Now 3.6, they talk all about graphs. How do you know something is a function? And which equation is a function? Which graph is a function? Which points is a function? So we talk about all about the function. And then how do you evaluate a function? Which substitute x, solve for y. All of this. Okay. Since you guys are so good, I'm gonna let you go out.
Thank you.
So have a good weekend. Study smart.
Signing up for the math thing.
My math lab.
Yeah. Like that.
Did you already buy it from before or are you buying for the first time?
For the first time.
Okay, then it should be easy. You go to Brightspace.
Yeah.
From there, it says,
I followed the instructions. I went to like where it says like at the bottom, there's the access code for the 14 weeks, but it wasn't there.
no, there is no access code. You have a trial. You just click on the trial.
There wasn't like anything that referred to it. Because it said to go to the access code page and at the bottom would be a trial, right? I didn't see anything.
Okay, hold on.